Hey there, comedy lovers. Today we're diving into the wild, wacky, and downright inspirational life of the rubber-faced legend himself, Jim Carrey. From living in a van to becoming Hollywood's funniest man, this dude's story is crazier than Ace Ventura on a caffeine rush. So grab your popcorn and hit that subscribe button, because you're about to laugh till you drop. Jim Carrey was born on January 17, 1962, in Newmarket, Ontario, Canada. Newmarket, a small town just north of Toronto, was where Jim's story began. He was the youngest of 4 children in the Carrey family, and from an early age, he showed signs of the comedic genius he would later become known for. But life wasn't always a barrel of laughs for young Jim, and believe me, folks, this guy didn't just come out of the womb cracking jokes. Life hit him hard first. The Carrey family faced numerous challenges, and Jim's childhood was marked by financial instability and hardship. His parents, Percy and Kathleen, struggled to provide for their family, and this had a profound impact on Jim's early years. His dad, Percy, was a musician turned accountant who lost his job when Jim was just a kid. Percy had dreams of making it big in the music industry, but when those dreams didn't pan out, he took a more practical route to support his family. Unfortunately, the stability of his accounting job didn't last, and the Carreys found themselves in dire straits. Talk about going from rock and roll to rock bottom. The sudden loss of income was a huge blow to the family, and they had to make some tough decisions to survive. Percy's transition from the stage to a desk job was not just a career change. It was a symbol of the sacrifices the family had to make. With the family struggling to make ends meet, they ended up living in a van for a while. Imagine the challenges of living in such cramped quarters. No privacy, limited resources, and the constant stress of not knowing what the future held. For Jim, this period was particularly formative, teaching him resilience and the importance of finding humor even in the darkest times. Yep, you heard that right. Jim Carrey literally went from sleeping in a van to living the Hollywood dream. But the journey from those humble beginnings to stardom was anything but easy. It was during these tough times that Jim began to hone his comedic skills, using humor as a coping mechanism and a way to bring some light into his family's difficult situation. And if you think your Monday mornings are rough, imagine trying to ace a school test after a night of brushing your teeth with bottled water. Jim's school life was far from ordinary. He often struggled to keep up with his studies due to the instability at home. Yet despite these challenges, he remained determined and focused on his dreams. His experiences during these formative years shaped his unique perspective on life and comedy, laying the groundwork for the legendary career that was to come. But even through the hard times, Jim never gave up on his dream to make people laugh. From a young age, he knew that comedy was his calling. It wasn't just about making jokes, it was about connecting with people, bringing joy, and creating moments of shared laughter. He started performing stand-up comedy at just 15 years old. Imagine the courage it took for a teenager to stand in front of a crowd, armed with nothing but a microphone and his wit. While most kids his age were worried about homework and fitting in, Jim was honing his craft, learning the intricacies of timing, delivery, and audience engagement. Picture a teenager with more energy than a toddler on a sugar rush, just lighting up the stage. His performances were electric, filled with physical comedy and impressions that left audiences in stitches. It was clear that Jim had a unique talent, a spark that set him apart from the rest. He moved to Los Angeles in his early 20s, but success didn't just fall into his lap like a pie in a slapstick comedy. The City of Angels was a tough place for an aspiring comedian. Jim had to navigate the competitive world of Hollywood, where everyone was vying for their big break. Jim faced rejection after rejection. Casting directors and agents often didn't see the potential in his unconventional style. It was a period filled with doubt and uncertainty, but Jim's resilience was unwavering. He knew that every no brought him one step closer to a yes. But in true Jim Carrey fashion, he laughed at failure and kept pushing forward. His optimism and determination were infectious. Jim believed in the power of positive thinking and often visualized his success. He famously wrote himself a check for $10 million for acting services rendered and dated it 5 years in the future. This act of faith and self-belief kept him motivated during the toughest times. Jim's persistence paid off when he finally started getting noticed in the comedy circuit. His performances at comedy clubs were a hit, and he began to build a loyal following. People were drawn to his high-energy antics and his ability to transform into different characters seamlessly. His big break came when he landed a spot on the television show In Living Color. This platform allowed him to showcase his versatility and comedic genius to a wider audience. Jim's characters on the show became iconic, and his career began to soar. From there, Jim Carrey's journey to stardom was unstoppable. He went on to star in blockbuster movies, earning critical acclaim and numerous awards. But through it all, he never forgot the early days of struggle and the dream that kept him going. His big break, 1990, the hit sketch comedy show In Living Color. This show was a cultural phenomenon, known for its edgy humor and diverse cast. Jim Carrey stood out with his incredible energy and unique comedic style. He wasn't just another cast member, he was a force of nature, bringing characters to life in a way that no one else could. His performances were electric, and he quickly became a fan favorite. Jim stole the show with characters like Fire Marshal Bill, proving that rubber-faced hilarity could be a legitimate art form. Fire Marshal Bill was a character that showcased Jim's ability to contort his face and body in ways that seemed almost superhuman. His catchphrases and physical comedy made the character unforgettable, and it wasn't long before people were tuning in just to see what Jim would do next. His ability to make people laugh with just a facial expression or a silly voice was unparalleled. Then came the iconic movies, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, a film that catapulted Jim to superstardom. In Ace Ventura, Jim played a quirky, eccentric pet detective with a knack for solving bizarre cases. The film was a massive hit, and Jim's over-the-top performance was a big reason why. His catchphrases like, "Alrighty then," and "Do not go in there," became part of the cultural lexicon. The Mask, where he played a mild-mannered bank clerk who transforms into a zany, green-faced superhero, and Dumb and Dumber, where he teamed up with Jeff Daniels for one of the most beloved buddy comedies of all time. Both films were box office smashes, and Jim's performances were praised for their energy and inventiveness. In The Mask, his ability to switch between the timid Stanley Ipkiss and the wild, cartoonish Mask was a testament to his range as an actor. Boom! The guy was everywhere, making us all laugh so hard we almost fell out of our seats. Jim's comedic timing and physicality were unmatched, and he had a way of connecting with audiences that made him a household name. Whether he was playing a goofy character or delivering a heartfelt performance, Jim had a charisma that was impossible to ignore. His ability to make people laugh was a gift, and he used it to great effect in every role he took on. And let's be real, the talking butt scene from Ace Ventura classic. This scene is a perfect example of Jim's willingness to go all out for a laugh. It was silly, outrageous, and completely unforgettable. Jim's commitment to the bit, no matter how ridiculous, is what made it work. He wasn't afraid to look silly or make a fool of himself, and that fearlessness endeared him to audiences everywhere. No wonder Jim became the king of 90s comedy. His success wasn't just about being funny, it was about being innovative, daring, and completely original. Jim Carrey redefined what it meant to be a comedic actor, and his influence can still be seen in the world of comedy today. From his early days on In Living Color to his blockbuster films, Jim's journey to the top was a testament to his talent, hard work, and unrelenting passion for making people laugh. Jim's comedy wasn't just about goofiness. He showed the world he could act and act well. From The Truman Show to Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, Jim earned Golden Globes and serious respect from critics. From funny faces to making us cry, who knew the man was a genius at it all? Now, you might be wondering, how did Jim keep getting these massive roles? Well, his secret was a killer combo of talent, relentless hard work, and turning every audition into an unforgettable performance. Hollywood couldn't resist a guy who'd not only make them laugh but also give them something real. Today, Jim Carrey's not just a legend in comedy, but a motivational icon who's all about creativity, positivity, and occasionally painting some seriously trippy art. He's proof that no matter how hard life hits, you can hit back with a joke, a smile, and a crazy dance. If you enjoyed this wild ride through Jim Carrey's life, make sure to hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more hilarious and inspiring stories of your favorite stars. After all, the show must go on, right? Until next time, keep laughing.